Till 70% of our business comes from this region.
Okay.
We have 3 clusters. India is one, with all this Asia Pacific and Southeast Asia. Then Middle East and Africa. We have been in Middle East and Africa for almost 4 decades. And we always had a technological excellence in that. We never took a total project EPC, we always took a technological portion of the project. But now we have started taking a full project. And that's how the size of our projects are going up in this region. If you see Africa, we remain as top player in North Africa.
Okay.
If you see Sub-Sahara Africa, more than 3 decades back, we built our first direct portable reuse plant, which is still serving the people of Windhoek, which is the capital city of Namibia, just above South Africa. And that remains a world-class reference. And we have done many projects, industrial and municipal, in Africa, whether it's Tanzania, Senegal, Zambia, Tunisia, you name it. Algeria, Libya, we have a lot of projects. Same thing is with Middle East. All the countries of GCC, whether it's Oman, Bahrain, Saudi, Qatar, we are there and we have done projects there. Today that market is booming. There's a lot of orders, especially Saudi is going for a huge revolution.
So does that mean it will change your revenue mix going ahead?
Yes. Today we see MEA, Middle East and Africa, will be our next growth engine. And I will not be surprised in few years it will compete with India cluster.
Okay. So which means that 70% that you had the Asia or Indian Asia Pacific region revenue mix, that is likely to tilt in the favor of Middle East and Africa.
It's very likely, or at least both will be 50-50.
Both will be 50-50. So tell me something, the fact that, yes, you just mentioned the fact, the way how Saudi is booming, the way the orders are coming in, despite one of the order getting cancelled, I believe the government is trying to go ahead for a rebid for it. Are you going for the rebid?
Good question, and thanks. I'm sure your viewers will be very interested to hear that. Yes, it had come for rebid, and you will be happy to know we have rebid.
Okay.
And it is under evaluation, and we are very bullish about it that we will again secure this order.
All right. So that's like an optimistic note, because I think that is what kind of got the investors a bit jittery when the cancellation of the order had come in. But the fact that now you are going to rebid for it, I can see that smile on your face. I think that's enough for investors to actually read through. So
see, it's not got cancelled. The government decided to organize this order.
Reorganize it.
And within a couple of months it came. Short tender notice, we have submitted, it's under evaluation. So we are still keeping our fingers crossed, and I don't see a reason why we should not be a preferred bidder again.
You also have another project that in Saudi, which is actually progressing well.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How is that one progressing, and what's your timelines for that?
See, this is a project called 𝗖𝗵𝗲. It's a sewage treatment plant. You know, Saudi got now awarded that they will host in 10 years the next World Cup football. FIFA. Now, whenever things like FIFA or Olympics or Asian Games happen, there's a lot of investment in infrastructure. So you will see Saudi, one, they're economically developing, plus FIFA, we would see a number of projects coming to make sure the environmental is clean, water is available when the international spectators will come. And that's the reason we are very bullish about it. This 𝗖𝗲𝗲 is a 200 million litre per day sewage treatment plant, very modern, and we are giving a unique technology, which is a proprietary technology for this project. We have just given that at Jeddah airport, and this is the second one in Middle East, almost 200 million litres per day, a mega plant coming up.
Wow. I wanted to understand about your European market. I believe you've been very selective over there, isn't it, with your projects or the way how you're expanding there? Any reason for that?
Very, very clear. We want to focus on emerging markets.
Okay.
We want to focus on developing countries where there is business. infrastructure is not there. If you go to the Western world, Europe, US, Australia, infrastructure is there. The only small incremental what you can do is some renovation, upgradation. It's never you get a greenfield project. And we as a design construct contractor are very good in innovation, creativity. So we like to build something from scratch. And that opportunity is not available in Europe. But still, because it's an advanced country and because we invest so much in R&D, we have some of our technical experts who are technology guys. So we have those guys there. If we get good technology projects in Europe, we go for it. If not, we use their services and technology skills for the emerging market projects.
So that's very interesting. But you know, the fact that when you have global exposure, it also gets its own share of baggage, its own share of risks. One is the geopolitical tensions that we are watching at this point in time. Currency also plays a huge role given the fact what happens globally. It affects the currency market. It affects your actually hedging sort of a plan or strategy, and also financing. So how are you safeguarding yourself with all of this? Because it's ever evolving, ever changing, weekend to weekend there are changes.
True. I think especially if our strategy is to go for emerging markets, developing markets, obviously all that risk, geopolitical, currency, all this is very much part of that. But it's a choice we have taken that we'll go for these emerging markets. And we have a strategy in place how to manage it. Simple. We don't go for projects which are state funded. We only go for projects which are multilaterally funded. Because we are the emerging markets and all this multilaterally funded, whether it's World Bank, Asian Development Bank, Japanese banks, these banks will only fund social projects. And Africa, India, Asia, these are the ideal countries who can claim this money which comes from multilaterals. And we focus on that. That avoids any geopolitical risk. Because multilateral funding will never get stopped. See what happened in Bangladesh. Our World Bank project is on. Yes. Whatever happens, that will not affect because money is coming from Washington. It's not local. So these kind of things we mitigate the risk by going for multilaterally funding projects. And second thing, we also ensure if we have to go for like Saudi and all, we take projects which are government of Saudi funded. Very rarely a private company who is funding, we would go for it. Otherwise, we'll all go either government of that country, multilateral, or we'll go for letter of credits. That way, we are securing our payment risk. Now, second thing, you talk about currency risk. We always work in multi-currencies, especially now what is happening with US dollar.
Yes.
We split our currency risk by going for various currencies. So we don't depend on one currency. Europe, yen, dollars, and the local currency. All the local work which we do, suppose we are doing in Bangladesh, we'll take local taka, we'll take, which we'll get in taka and we'll pay in taka.
Okay.
Whatever the international portion which we supply from India or third country, we'll take it in dollars. So that way we hedge our risk. We take money in the same currency like we spend. So we don't have to do a lot of hedging. So that way, I think, touch wood, we have never had any kind of a currency risk precipitated on us.